guys. I wanted to share with you what it is that I do as a certified hand analyst. I got certified through the International Institute of Hand Analysis. I was blessed with an amazing teacher, Roberta Coker, who came here to Montana to train my class. She came every 2 months, did these classes. It's an absolutely amazing program. As a hand analyst, I look at your hands and your fingerprints. And you're probably asking, why would you do that? Well, when I literally fell into a class for hand analysis, a good friend of mine who was the first hand analyst in Montana, Shirley Mitchell, and she's now going for her master's. She should have that soon. She got me into a weekend class, which was really primarily about me learning about myself, although you did learn how to read the fingerprints at that time. And it was a catalyst to such huge change in my life that I knew I had to go on for more. I did another first Soul Agenda class, and just so I knew it inside and out, so that I could make sure that I read other people's fingers prints. And then I decided I had to go on for the year-long certification. It has literally changed me from the inside out. It has changed my experience in this life. It has given me permission to be the person that I know that I'm meant to be, and it has allowed for so much inner growth. And at times, I'll be honest, it's been painful, but so worth it. And for that reason, I feel a deep, deep, deep need to share and to help other people know their own beauty as shown in their hands, to give them that clarity. We were not meant to hate ourselves. We were not meant to come into this world and not be good enough. We were not meant to truly be that. We may have been meant to work on those areas. My life lesson, self-worth. So I, of course, am not going to feel worthy of love. I am not going to feel like I'm good enough. But that's a lesson. I am meant to work on that and get to a point that I know that that's a lie. I am worthy of love. I am inherently, because I'm me, because I'm here. And the reality is, even though that's my life lesson, my growth point, it's my area that I need to get to a point where I love myself so much that no one else can take away my worth. So I really feel a deep call. I think that's better than need, a call to help everybody. So hand analysis looks at the hand. We look at the hand, or we look at prints. Either one. Sometimes I can see things in prints better than I can see it in hands, and sometimes I can see it in the hand better than I can see it in the print. It just depends. Sometimes it's lighting, sometimes. But either way, it's the study of the hands and the fingerprints, and then the art of reading that. Now, for me, the whole hand is absolutely beautiful and amazing. But the fingerprints are so awe-inspiring to me, because we have those 5 months prior to birth. Our children have those 5 months prior to birth. They come into this life with a map of what their experience is. And whether you look at it from a spiritual viewpoint, or you look at it from the DNA being expressed, or an energy pattern that's on your hand, it doesn't really matter, because it's the same result. And it truly is amazing how it shows up in the person's life. So the first thing I look at is the prints. When I have a set of handprints in front of me, is I looked at the fingerprints, which are unique and nobody else has the same print. And hand analysts, we rank them. We look at them, we rate them based upon what they are. We give them a point value, and all of that combines to give to give what the soul agenda is. And the three parts that make up the soul agenda are the school, which is the overarching umbrella, or the window you look out at. It is made up of the life lesson, which is your growth point. Your school has growth point too. And then you have your life purpose, which is the feel good, which is where you want to go to. And honestly, if you work your lesson in your school, you'll get there even if you never knew what your purpose was. What the purpose is not, is it is not a career. It is not going to tell you you should be a police officer. Now, if you want to be a police officer, it may say, oh, well, that's probably in line. But it won't tell you a specific career. It'll show you the way to the fulfillment and what you wanted to experience. The hand itself gives other clues. So let me do a really quick reading. In an hour reading, you start with the soul agenda usually, depending on what the person wants. And I give, them their life purpose, life school, life lesson, and depending on what's going on in their life, sometimes you just focus on one of those areas because truly that's what they need to focus on. So this person is in the School of Peace. Everything for them is about getting present within their body and being grounded, feet grounded, being present, being aware, knowing what's going on, feeling the emotions that are there, being present here, being a pillar of peace in the midst of the storm, instead of having 50 things up here or being so separate from it that you feel nothing. Okay? They're in the School of Peace, and they have so many of those marks in their fingers that's actually their life lesson too. That's their growth point. And then their purpose is to be a creative person in the spotlight as the center of a community. That's pretty broad. So that's where you talk with somebody and you start learning about their interests and you start talking. There's fears that go into that. I'm telling you right now, you tell someone they're meant to be the creative in the spotlight or the artist in the spotlight. An artist does not mean painting, and it does not mean photographing. Really, that's why I say creative, because it's about how you live your life and being creative and being in the spotlight. And often they oh, not me. And that's because they fear that spotlight so much. They fear rejection so much. There's a lot that goes into each of these. And then you look at the hand, like this person, first impression for me, very earthy right over here particularly. This has a lot of earth energy. Very loyal, probably. Down to earth. Needs sanctuary time. It's a personality clue, kind of, and you should be true to who you are. I mean, if this is a need that you have, you should be true to that. The lines do not show anything predictive. They show, your heart line shows how you are in relationship. Your head line shows how you think. Your lifeline is how you live your life. There are gift markers that show up in the hands that add to your life purpose. This person, I don't know if you can see it or not, they have a headline that goes from here all the way down here. And when I looked at their hand, it also went all the way down to there. So they have a gift marker in their headline. It's called the Persephone. You talk to somebody about the penalty phase of the Persephone, and they're going to identify greatly with it. And it can be profound. And that's part of their life purpose. That becomes part of their life purpose. This person is meant to be the light for lost souls. But they're going to have to spend time in that dark area. And most of the time, when I've talked to them, they have spent time in that dark area. And it has been very dark. But they're meant to be the light. So you combine that with their purpose of being creative in the spotlight in the center of community. It gives a little bit more an idea of where to go with that. Then there's also length of fingers show you things, and the width, and which one shows up the most, and the thumb, and the whole hand is absolutely beautiful, and it's a roadmap to the experience this person is having and what they want to learn in this life, and what their main challenges are. And I have yet to talk to anybody when you start talking about their growth points that didn't resonate with it. And truly, as hard as it is sometimes to work on that growth point, because it's really the monster in the closet. It's the thing you don't want to look at. It's the biggest owie. Working on other parts of myself aren't so hard, because it's actually, I can work on certain things and it doesn't hurt so much, and I know I can improve that, or I can improve this. My life lesson, it was hard, and it is hard, and it doesn't ever end. I mean, it's a journey, but it gets easier, and as I get on purpose, life feels better. So, in a nutshell, very quick nutshell, that's what I do when I look at your hands. And you can check me out on the Grounded Path, sarahgash.com. If you have any questions, you're welcome to message me here on Facebook. I'd love to hear from you if you have any questions about it. And I'm just glad I can get the word out about this, because not a lot of people know about it, at least in my neck of the woods. All right, thanks.